Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazi here, and today I want to talk to you all a bit about the destruction buffs, nerfs, changes that were pushed to PTR last night, some updated sims. Destro is looking pretty solid. Also look at the spreadsheet a bit, which is now public as of this video going live, and a bit of an update on guides and stuff. Keep you on the loop with that, all that with patch coming in a few days. Trying to get all that done, but wanted to hit brief on the Destro stuff because, well, that's pretty important. Now, shameless plug here. This is, not what we're looking at initially, but shameless plug, pushing for 100k subs on YouTube this year. Also, flashbang warning coming. If you guys aren't subbed to the channel and would love or would consider doing so, it would mean the world to me. If we hit it, phenomenal. If we don't, that's okay. I always love you guys for all the support, but yeah. Number one, the 11.2 Warlock PTR spreadsheet will be live. Well, is live. The time this video is coming out. I have not fully gone through here, updated every little thing with the changes that's come over the past day or two, give or take. I'm going to do it after filming this video, so it should all be up to date, or mostly up to date, when you guys are clicking on the link to this, which is down below in the description. It covers like the bosses, there's links to heroic testing, mythic testing, brief descriptions, recommended specs, which is probably going to change a bunch. The spec I'd play on the fight, if I was playing each spec, I guess the version of it. Some awesome links from people that are smarter than me down here. Fisher's Gear Guide, the 11.2 DPS spreadsheet, which is sort of cool to look at in the first place by champs, Robbie Dobby. There's my logs from raid testing. Here's our normal Mana Forge Omega Clear. Multiple tabs. This is going to have talent builds. For the website will have them too as well. This is going to have talent builds in here for what are presumed to be the best for Diabolist, Hellcaller, single target, all that kind of stuff here. And single target for M+. I guess I don't have M+ here, probably should add that. Just noticed that. Random sims down here too. These might get changed, may even get removed because things change so often. It's hard to keep track of them all, but there's that. It also has Destro, Demo, and AF gearing. This is Fisher's Gearing Guide. Awesome image here. Link to his guide. More credit, or all credit to him for that. Has like BIS gearing based on what we've seen currently in sim profiles and all that. It might change a little bit, but for the most part, this is generally what's been recommended and stuff. For Destro, Demo, Affliction, I'll be adding a few other things too. But if you guys want it, down below, bookmark it for free. There you go. Made it every tier. At the same time, a brief update on the spec guides coming out on YouTube. I make them every tier for Destro, Demo, and AF. There was a planned Destro guide to come out, I think today or tomorrow. It's probably not happening. Probably going to put out Demonology first, as long as things go according to plan. Destro is looking... It is changing a lot. It has changed a lot over the past 24 hours. Different builds, different sims, different talents, everything. So the Destro video is actually recorded. It was ready to go live. It's on the channel. It's private. Oh, we got to delete that and do it again. That's okay, because Blizz likes tuning things last minute. I'm used to it at this point. I should know better. So, getting into the Destro sims here. I don't have the one from a few days ago. If I look back in a video, I can maybe even find it, honestly. Let me see if I can do that. So yeah, I can't find that sim wherever it was at, but it's fine because we have this list here, which has been floating around for a few days, I think since the 28th, actually, about around midday. This is not an incredibly accurate list. It's probably not even very accurate in the first place. Mage, I mean, I think there's a higher mage spec at 6.2 now. I think it's Frost. Sun Fury got nerfed, I believe. Hunter got blasted. DK got hit. Let me see. I think Pharaoh got a buff. Rose got buffs, but Windwalker got some changes. A lot of things have changed from this list, and it wasn't incredibly accurate from what I understand in the first place for other classes. Warlock was sort of on there as like being pretty accurate, but this is also a bit inflated for various reasons. Putting that aside, though, what I wanted to show here was the Diabolist Destruction Sim at 5.749. So this was the assumed number that we assumed we were at for Diabolist Destruction in single target before yesterday's buffs were announced. 20% to Chaos Bolt and some minor Wither Black and Soul nerfs, which only affect Hellcaller, right? When those 20% Chaos Bolt buffs were added in, we saw destruction jump from 5.749 to like 5.95. I don't know where that sim's at. I looked at it on stream yesterday. I don't care to dig it up in my history. It's scary enough in there. It's there somewhere. But I woke up this morning to a DM saying, hey, the 5.95 sim for Diabolist was actually lower than what it actually was because there was a 12% Chaos Bolt buff, I think 12%, that was done like a week ago or so, that wasn't actually implemented in apparently in this sim here. So when they implemented that buff and then the 20% yesterday, the number we're actually sitting at is 6.274 in a single target, apparently, for Diabolist Destruction, which is relatively high. Also, no energy drink things in here. Also, nothing like that. Now, there are some interesting talent changes in here, though, and this is why the Destro guide mine has been pushed back for a couple of days, because this has changed a lot talent-wise, to the point where it's not worth putting a guide out with old talents. I need to change that. So talent-wise, if I zoom in a bit here, Jarvis Enhance, we're going to be looking at playing, currently the highest living build is playing Demon Fire Infusion with Raging Demon Fire, no Shadow Burn, Crashing Chaos with Flashpoint. The multiple buffs to Chaos Bolt, also Chaos Incarnate. The multiple buffs to Chaos Bolt have pushed Crashing Chaos even further ahead of Reign of Chaos, even though we played Reign when Crashing was better last tier and this tier and stuff. Crashing is just too good. The Bolt buffs coming in to say, hey, whatever, we're not playing that. We're playing this now. I wish Shadow Burn was part of Crashing Chaos, but at the same time, I'm probably not even playing it anymore anyways. Maybe. Demon Fire Infusion is very bad, to clarify. It is not very, very strong at all. I think it should be in here. We can find the damage it does. It is incredibly low. It is sitting somewhere in here at 1%. Infernal Bolt, 1.1%. Very, very subpar. But you might be asking, well, why are we playing it then? The answer is because it's passive, and it also extends the duration of Immolate on your current target, so less Immolate refreshes. Passive means you're not casting Channel Demon Fire manually. It's giving you more time to cast more Incinerates, which are buffed by, I think, 50%, and more Chaos Bolts. So your filler hits pretty hard again, your bolts hit hard again. You're just casting fillers and spenders and things more often while getting passive procs and giving you less refreshes of Immolate manually, which is nice. And there's that. You're also playing things like Flashpoint, Crashing Chaos again, Chaos Incarnate to further amplify Chaos Bolts. I've seen 16 million Chaos Bolts in Sims, or they meant in Sims, somewhere floating around, which is pretty crazy. Now, it used to be, even before these buffs came in, Channel Demon Fire, this entire row here, did sim higher than Shadow Burn. But the thing is, you played Shadow Burn for mobility, for utility, for the movement that it gave you as a Warlock, playing Destro on fights, and that still holds merit, I think, at this point. The question is, how much of a loss is it to play Shadow Burn comparatively to playing a point in Raging Demon Fire, or maybe even both points here? I didn't run a whole lot of sims for this, but I did take one sim and change talents around, which is sitting right here. So here's basically this sim, 6.274, just margin of error, whatever, for the most part. I did sim Shadow Burn just to show it's about 112,000 DPS loss. So we can hop in here and look at both the talent builds just to show. Here's this one here. You're looking at this build right here, basically. We go like this. Once again, Demon Fire Infusion into Raging Demon Fire. No Shadow Burn. All this stuff here. I just pulled out of Raging Demon Fire and put a point in Shadow Burn, which to confirm, we will open this up, grab this one, toss it in here. This will load. Come on, Wowhead, help me out here. There we go. There's Shadow Burn, and there is no Raging Demon Fire. If we look down even more here, just to confirm that it is indeed Shadow Burning, well, we can just look right here in the breakdown. It is. Shadow Burn sitting right there at 4.3%, which is not incredibly high, and all that. Chaos Bolt hits hard. There's likely, I mean, it's more or less probably not even really worth casting Shadow Burn at this point, more for the most part, because of how hard Chaos Bolt and things are hitting with the buffs coming in. I mean, our overall breakdown, Chaos Bolt's 30%. You're looking at Eye Blast being 14.3, Incinerate 9.7. And this is the Shadow Burn build, right? The highest bolt in this build we're looking at was a max of 9 million. You can get way higher than that if you sync things properly. All that. If you go to the actual just no Shadow Burn, full on like Diablos build, Chaos Bolt is 35%, Eye Blast 13, Incinerate 10.3, Demon Fire Infusion still being super low at 1%, Max Chaos Bolt being probably about the same, 8.2, but sorry, 8.9, but either way, bolts are doing a lot of your damage again, which is pretty cool to see. So there's been some more optimizations made for this as well. People have optimized more around, if I can find it here, I think it's, I don't know where it's at. It was here somewhere a second ago. Where did it go? It was like a 6.4 million sim. It's right here. This sim has been found, or I guess people were messing with it in the Locust Horde. Once again, credit to them for these sims. Smarter than me. I'm a Florida man, not at the smartest, but there's some optimizations here made with like RDF, Flashpoint, and Chaos Incarnate, which is the highest I'm going to build here. I guess there's been some changes made to rotational stuff where they found ways to, I don't know if this is that sim or not, to pop Eras's Ritual Forge at the point where you get a demonic art proc, which doubles the damage of Chaos Bolt, basically. Bolts are going to hit so hard. If that lines up and syncs up and you have a proc from Azakarian Paradoplia or whatever it's called as well, they're going to hit very, very hard. I mean, how often would that happen, like, naturally? It's where it depends. At the same time, see where it goes. But on a lot of fights like Lumathar, this raid tier, fights where you can get Destro Cleave, even like the first boss in the raid, I forgot his name, Plexus Sentinel, whatever, right? It's mostly single target, but there is some cleave relevancy. You can play Havoc there, you pull a point out of, it'd probably be Chaos Incarnate, unless you can pull a point out of like RDF maybe, but either way, this is a lot of single target output. The question though is, do you still play Shadowburn in this build on a lot of fights where mobility is a thing in this tier? And the answer is probably yes. It depends a bit in the fight, but I don't want to try and play Destro on... I don't think I want to on a fight like the Demon Hunter boss without Shadowburn. I don't want to play Destro on Fractalist if I'm playing Destro there without Shadowburn. There's a lot of random movement on that fight, even pre-planned movement. Destro has Cement Shoes. All you can cast in a move is Conflict Rate, and it has 2 stacks, and you don't really hold stacks of Conflict Rate if you can, if you don't want to, or if you don't need to, right? Shadowburn, yeah. So we'll see where it goes, but a substantial gain, Destro, which is pretty cool to see. Also, there's one AoE sim that was sent to me here. A 1 minute, 10 target sim, 35.91. I'm not even really sure where Demo and AF are at in AoE. I think it's right around here, actually, in a 10 target sim. Might be a little higher. But Diabolist, Eye Blast damage, looking pretty good. I wanted to play this build on PTR. Well, basically all of PTR, all of last week. All the week before. But unfortunately, the tier set's still bugged on PTR. Whenever you cast Rain of Fire, a Rain of Fire that consumes a demonic art, it doesn't fling the eyeballs. It's bugged. The patch is in 4 days, but it's still bugged. So hopefully it's fixed, we'll see, but eyeballs are hitting pretty hard. Keep in mind, Eye Blast was buffed a bunch for Diabolist, for Destro and Demo 2 weeks ago. I think it was buffed by 100%. They reverted that buff a few days ago for Demo, but Destro was not reverted. So it's doing a lot in AoE. As far as like single target's concerned, it's not like an insane amount. If I can find that sim again here, let's just pull this one up. It's up there for sure. It's doing like 13.8. Okay, it's actually doing a decent bit. But you got to keep in mind, like, that's all you can see from the tier set. Like, that's the 2-piece. The 4-piece is the intellect buff, which it's hard to extrapolate out for whether it's 2, 4, or 6%. But I mean, this is all of your 2-piece, right? So they might come in and change this a bit. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know, because we're getting very, very close to the patch coming out. And I think at a certain point, if you're Blizz, you got to be like, all right, we're done. Maybe we messed up. Maybe we didn't. Maybe things are okay. We can't change much anymore because the race is starting soon. People are gearing characters. And it's a bit unfortunate if we do that too late. So it is Friday morning when this video is coming out. We'll see if things happen today. If anything else does or doesn't. But yeah, that's basically that. Hopefully not too long of a video here. I'll link the sims down below if I remember. Also, once again, the spreadsheet link is also down below in the video description. So yeah, we'll see where things go today and tomorrow and or Monday. The patch is on Tuesday. A lot of videos coming out over the next few days. The guide videos, a what to do week 1 video for the patch and all that. Maybe a video on what builds to play as well, especially like with our current tier set if I can get around to doing that, but we'll see. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, like and sub, helps out a ton. And I'll catch y'all again soon on stream. Peace.